Good evening, and say hello to Phantom Brigade. My name is Books, and tonight we're continuing on. We're playing more of this game because it is awesome. I really enjoy it. I'm just going to turn up some sound here as well. That's right. I know that according to the streaming schedule, I was meant to be playing Kerbal Space Program, but I've been enjoying this one too much to stop, basically. So this is called a bait and switch here. Yeah. Anyway, apologies also for not for it being a while since we've streamed. Yeah, I hurt my neck. That was no fun. I can say that neck injuries are the worst. Definitely the worst. There was nothing pleasant about having a neck injury. Yeah, that's all I can say, right? Anyway, we're back in Phantom Brigade, and where we have some kind of tactical mech warrior goodness, and you can kind of see what happens in real time as opposed to, you know, that kind of turn-based shooting. We get a glimpse into 5 seconds into the future so we can plan our moves around the enemies, and it's great. I really like this. I've liberated 2 provinces since, so I have been playing with my neck injury, just not streaming because, you know, no one needs to hear me go ow every few seconds. That's not pleasant for anyone. But tonight, yeah, we're gonna play some more. I'll export this to YouTube so people on YouTube can see some more as well, and it'll be a fun time for everyone involved. Anyway, I have 6 mechs at the moment. I am a threat level 7.3. I've built up different styles of mechs, and I think, yeah, I'm picking targets. I want to go liberate this province here. What's it called? Balkan province is up for. Wow, that music is loud. Hang on. Turn it down. Turn it down internally too, because otherwise I feel like I'm shouting into the microphone to just go over the music, even though, yeah. Anyway, so there's enemy patrols once you get out into the area here, so this guy will just come and engage us. There's not too much point in taking on patrols per se. I mean, you can eliminate them and that'll do a thing, but yeah. It won't necessarily do what you're... it's not going to help liberate the province or necessarily do anything amazing for you. It's just going to mean that they're not available for backup in various sites. So now that I am in this province, by the way, I have already taken care of this bunker down here as well as this, this outpost. That's already been destroyed by me, and it looks like, yeah, they haven't put a cache back in here. So we've got a village and we've got a logging site. So I've gone and replenished on liquid fix, which is basically repairing my mechs. And we're going to hit the contest province so that my friends in the home guard are all going to come in and try and take it over. And I've basically got to support their operations. And they're going to designate objectives for me. So I'm not sure they've designated one, but I can't see where they put that up. They seem to have said there's an objective somewhere, but they haven't said what that objective is. So that's awkward. Man, if you want me to do the thing, I need to know what the thing is. Anyway, we're just gonna chill out. So the reinforced convoy might be useful. They might have extra stuff for us. Okay, there's a battle site down here. This is going to get us some Pew Pew actions. Yeah, that's what we want to see. Less strategic, more Pew Pew. But yeah, once you've set, you know, you destroy things, you salvage them, you can make things in the workshop as well and upgrade your mobile base sort of thing. And that basically gives you various advantages, etc. So there's actually quite a lot. There's a lifeline repair convoy. There's a reinforced convoy. We'll find out what this is soon. I'm hoping it's not a patrol. Yeah, it's an express reinforced convoy. There's a lot of convoys in this place. Ah, there's the objective. Okay, So we're going to go for this border outpost once we've done helping our own forces fight at the battle site here. So we just wander in, and yeah, we get the choice to suit up on it or just walk away. Walk away if we don't think it's going to be any good for us. I also get my choice of mechs here. So what have I got at the moment selected? I've got a longbow. This is kind of stock standard guy who's going to run around with a gun and shoot things. Katana, that's up close and personal with melee weapons. We've got an ender. This guy shoots missiles, and we've got a brass, or my brass, which is going to be, he's going to shoot plasma. I think I'm going to actually replace him and, mix him out with something else. So I've got a protector, which is just shotgun and shield. It's similar to the close combat katana, but I'm not sure if I'll if I want two close range guys. Instead, I'm going to set it up with the Herald 8. He's got a railgun repeater as well as an MLS, so that's like another missile sort of thing. And we're going to go with that sort of loadout just to mix it up, right? Here are my mechs. This is a katana. This is the only one that really looks good at the moment. The rest, you can tell that they're kind of mixed match body parts that have all just kind of smushed together and then not done anything with a paint scheme yet. So you can paint them. It's kind of like, you know, you get individual paint schemes on individual parts. You know, if you ever played Warhammer or Warhammer 40k, it's similar to that. It's ever less effort involved, and the smell of turpentine just doesn't invade your house here. So that's always a plus for video games, right? Less turpentine involved. Just more expensive PCs. Okay, so it looks like I've gained a tank on my side here. I've worked out that this is not meant to be voiced, even though it does look like it's meant to be voiced. It's in early access, as far as I know, right? So this is this could be the reason. Cool. And you can see the timeline here in terms of what the enemy are planning to do. So what my own I guess ally here is planning to do is run over my mech, so he's going to cause problems. I can actually determine what he's meant to be doing, and my thoughts is that he just stays in place. So this guy's going to shoot at him, but he's going to shoot through a building, so that's all fine by me, right? What else is happening? We've got this guy over here. He's going to shoot at my longbow, which is no fun. And then this guy, once he's at the end of his thing, is going to shoot at my sniper. So the first thing I might do is actually just set up our tank here. And yeah, when we set up the attack, we can place where in the timeline it's going to happen. And basically, I'm going to place it around here, right? That's in optimum range. Yeah, maybe a little bit different, actually. While he's running straight into it, right? So that should mean most of that fire actually hits him. And then we'll, you know, sucker this guy. He's got a machine gun and a shield. All right. So this guy out here, what have you got? You got a marksman and a handgun. Yeah, okay. Marksman. So they've got 3 snipers. That's what we're up against. 3 snipers and a machine gun. So my thoughts are this katana dude is who we want to kind of start getting up close and personal. So yeah, I'm gonna tell him to dash forward. This guy's shooting rockets, but I think it's gonna hit there. What I want is to be able to, yeah, we'll overheat at that point. That's fine. If you can just kind of run to there, and then you're going to do a melee. You're not quite going to make it. All right, a little bit closer. And then do the whole choppy axie thing, right? So he's going to dash forward is the plan here. Wander up while losing some heat. And then dash forward and smack this guy with an axe. Because that's how katana rolls, with an axe instead of a sword. Originally, that did have a sword, to be fair, but yeah, the sword was creating too much heat. All right, now we've got that sniper guy. So the best way, I think, to maybe deal with that is if I move him over here. Yeah, he's going to be shooting through a house, and that's no longer a problem, right? And then I can start lining up this attack so he gets within optimum range or so. That's about the right time, and then we can set up another subsequent one and just start gunning for him. 2 in a row should be fine. And even then, he's got like a rocket launcher, so we can use that to shoot at this sniper, I think. So rockets go out, and then we gun in with a machine rifle sort of thing. Cool. All right, next guy that we need to work on. This is our rocket launcher extraordinaire dude, right? This guy is just, he's all about the pew pew. So we'll do him last, actually. Mainly because I want to deal with this aggressor dude. So I'm going to jump. This sniper, by the way, is like highly mobile. You can see how he's just going to kind of jump all the way across the map here. And then this guy is going to be shooting with a... maybe not quite there, actually. Maybe if I send you there instead. Yeah, okay, he's going to have to shoot through a building. But that's okay, because this guy is going to be shooting at other people. So once he's in place... it's not quite where I want him to be. Can we get a little bit closer to that other guy? Still shooting through the building. But if I'm shooting here, he's in range. Brilliant. Okay, so that's telling me that we're going to overheat. So we're going to jump over into position and then take a shot at the sniper here. He's also going to be missing. So kind of what I've worked out is the best way to be is just to make sure that the enemy is going to have a hard time actually shooting you if you can get into a position where that's the case. So he's in range straight away. Okay, if I do that, I'm going to shoot my own guy. So you got to pay attention to this stuff like that. So we'll probably not start shooting until about then. All right, so we'll get a barrage of rockets off them, and then he's going to get smacked by a couple of people. That's all good. We'll probably schedule up another rocket barrage at, say, this guy. Rocket missile, I'm not sure. Not really sure what the difference between the two is. It's, you know, things that get launched and go pew pew. All right, we're set up. We've got a plan. It kind of looks like really confusing, but this is what's going to happen. So when I hit the execute, that's what's actually going to happen in terms of graphics here. So stuff happens. Yeah, this guy's getting murdered, right? And then we're going to... Oh. He's going for the hero shot here. Look at him, he's jumping and all. But this guy actually looks like he's going to run away before it becomes a problem. Man, he's fast too. That's unfortunate. And then he's going to eject. Yeah, he's tapping out. This pilot's like... yeah, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for this shit. Alright. So this sniper is going to take a shot, and then this guy is going to take a shot. So this is a bit of a problem for my dude here. So I think if we can continue on that trajectory of just jumping around, that should be the worst of it. But then I am going to... Oh, really? That's going to... Ah, okay, we're in cover. Okay, that's all right. And then this sniper here is taking a shot at my other sniper. That's fair enough. I did shoot him, right? I would be doing the same thing. He's only got a 27% chance of hitting me for whatever reason. I might not be in optimum range. So what I might do is just jump off without incurring heat damage. No, not really. So we'll wander over there while he shoots at me. And then just kind of wander back into what I think will be range. And then we're going to take another shot. Pew. I think I can get another shot off him. So we'll tell him to wait until you finish your shot there, man. And then wander back while you shoot back. Cool. And we cool down. Awesome. Easy. Meanwhile, this guy's doing derpy things. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. In fact, you can just kind of shoot once my katana dude is out of the way. Cool. I'm going to overheat on this guy a little bit, so we'll take a little bit of damage as a result of that, but that's okay. You'll notice that I'm ignoring the pilot that is ejecting. That's because I don't see that there's any... I've not noticed any reason why there's a downside to let the, hostile pilots go. Maybe there is. Maybe I'm doing, I'm making a terrible mistake there, and I should absolutely not do it. But as far as I know, that's not going to cause me any kind of problems, so I'm just rolling with it. We'll layer up a couple of attacks here. We might even get a third off without overheating. This guy can take a lot of heat. He can build up a lot of it, and he can get rid of it really quickly. He's a good little trooper there. Okay, so yeah, that's happening. That's happening, and then our shield guy is just chilling out there. There's no subsequent attacks lined up, so I think by that stage, I want to be starting to run a little bit closer so he can engage in the next turn. I don't want him to build up heat because he's got plenty of it. If I can have a maximum heat available at the start of the next turn, that would be useful. Okay, let's execute. See what happens. Yeah, so he misses that chop. In the meantime, though, I'm really royally pounding these guys. You can see that sniper thing. And the real cool thing about this is that we can do a replay, right? So you can replay the action that just happened and just kind of put it in slow motion. We want a close up on those rockets just smashing into this guy. We can do that. Yep, he's knocking down. Yep, rocket comes in, hits the tree. And bam. Look, he's missing an arm, I'm pretty sure. And then there's the pilot that's just ejecting there. He's breaking loose. You can see this guy kind of just slashing at nothing. This kind of big axe clubby thing. In the meantime, our dude here gets out of the way while those incoming shots, they take down a tree, kind of dodges out of the way, turns around, does another shot. Look at that rail shot. Boom. You can see how quick that is. Blooms into an explosion, and then you get the explosion at the background. I really like that. I think I blew off an arm there. Did we blow off an arm? Yeah, we blew off an arm, including the arm that was holding his gun. So he's only got his secondary weapon now. Smashed him. Okay, so let's go back to the planning. That means this guy is going to come in and try and shoot us at close range. So that's why he's suddenly changing his tactics. So naturally, we're going to not let him do that. The first thing I can think of is just to shoot outright as soon as possible. We can't, but if we just kind of wander back a little bit, keep range, and then pew. And then try and keep range again. And then heal. Right, we don't want to fight fair. If you're fighting fair, you're doing something wrong. And that little secondary weapon he's got is not going to have a great range on it. So I don't really, not really worried. Okay, this guy's running back. This guy looks like he's crashed. That's another thing that happens. Things will crash, and basically they'll go offline for a period if they've suffered significant damage. Basically, all its limbs have been blown off, so it's only the body left. So I'm not surprised. There's no point trying to smash that any further. So it's only these two guys that are really a problem for us anymore. We just go to this guy. Yeah, so he's going to run back and he's going to shoot a little bit as he does it. So the natural response for that is to just kind of run towards him. I feel like that's the natural response anyway. And I just want to get a melee shot in, right? I feel like our Axeman hasn't had his axe quota for the day, so we're gonna try and get that happening. We'll move in and we'll do a dash. Then we'll do an axe. That get us closer to actual dash axing. All right, cool. We'll see how that goes. I want to make sure I do take care of the other thing in this run. So I'll run this guy up here. Maybe about here, and we start shooting. That's about plenty. Our tank can just chill there. You don't need to do anything. And we'll set up a rocket barrage a little bit in here. Yep. And let that go off. And even though it may be overkill, I'm going to set up a second one. Okay, execute. Yeah, we know that's the tank. Okay. In you come. Okay. So, it doesn't look like it's going to work, though. He's going to get away. That's really sad. Just shield against him while moving forward. Here. And then smash him. Right. Okay. That works for me. He's going to get smashed in the end of it. This tank is going to move and try and attack, which is stupid again. We'll want to get into position here. And quite possibly I want my sniper for the next turn. We'll see how this melee goes. I haven't used the melee too much, which is partially why I'm so keen to actually get that kind of use case sorted. I want to know how good is it? Is it like awesome? So far it seems fairly hard to control in terms of what it will actually output. Whereas the rockets seem like the most fire and forget sort of things anyway. Oh, yeah, we got him once. I'm going to run through and miss him. I didn't actually expect that to land. So that seems to have crashed him fairly well. Yeah, he's out of the fight. That was a disabling shot. Is it RS barrage any good? I've found the rocket barrages work really well. You just kind of run around in circles and shoot off. And it seems to work pretty well. Alright, Blackbird, rare item there. Hey, thanks for the follow. And what else have we got? This is all intact. This guy. So for those who are not familiar, this is the salvaging screen. You've got a limited salvage budget, so you've kind of got to choose what you keep and what you just pull apart for supplies. I'm not sure if the spark is actually going to be worthwhile or not. To be honest, there's not a whole heap here I really want. I've found so far that the melee items seem to be a little bit hit and miss in terms of controlling it, but when it hits like a truck. And so that's what I'm kind of trialing to see how well I can actually get it working, or if it's just easier to run with something else. But he's actually using an axe at the moment. So if we jump to our units, that was the katana that I was using there. And he has an axe, a plasma axe instead. It seems to be really good at chopping off limbs, as you kind of would expect. But the biggest thing it's also quite heavy. So this guy has only got a very short dash, really slow speed, but I need him to be a little bit tanky to survive getting in range. So yeah, it's been a trade-off so far. And I'm wondering if this might be what I was looking for, the Blackbird. It's going to be a lower integrity, but there's a decent amount of barrier on that. What ML? Hang on, it's on the Ender. I'm using a Starburst at the moment. That's also got liquid cooling applied, so I can shoot this twice a turn without any kind of issues here with the amount of heat dissipation I've got going on. So it's a lot of missiles I can output with this guy, and it just kind of overwhelms the enemy while the other guys are doing their thing. I've enjoyed it so far. All right, just on this guy before I get off track and off topic pretty quickly, so I just want to make sure that I'm paying attention to this. So this is going to improve his speed up to medium, which is important, and he's got a decent dash now. So the sidestep is going to give us 64 heat generation, 1 power. I'm wondering if I want a bit. You're stuck between choosing between a blade and a railgun repeater to craft. I found it got quite quickly to the point where I was salvaging more stuff than I was recovering it. I'm not sure how far into the game you are, but I reckon you'll be able to do both. To start off with though, railgun repeater seemed to be really good in terms of sniping units from afar rather than trying to build something that could be good enough to get in close while taking enough damage to not worry about him being destroyed in the process. That was my experience as well as I was just learning, so maybe I'd do it a different way if I were to do it again, so to speak. I think it's got the right thruster on it though. Maybe a better reactor, 84 power, bit of barrier generation. Decisions. 85 power. I think it's probably the best I've seen in terms of power availability. Yeah. No worries. Thank you for the very brief watch there, and I'll see you next time as well. Appreciate the follow. Cool. Anyway, so I like my unit spread out, and I can go into a fight straight away. I've still got 4 guys available to me at the moment as well that are reasonably well equipped. So let's go back to the game state. We have successfully done that battle. There's a new battle over here, and we've got another couple of objectives as well. So we've got one here, which is a repair convoy, patrol that needs to be eliminated, a battle site, as well as the border outpost. So I'm going to go head for that outpost first. The battle is a limited time objective, though. So it is something I do need to kind of keep an eye on, because if we lose, we will lose home guard strength. So yeah, this is how it works. You got to win. You got to tilt the balance in the good guy's favor. Now, if I get too close, they might call for help. Oh, birthday wishes. Look, we're going to sing, but we're not going to sit for 6 hours for them to have a cake. I think that's excessive. Okay, so we're just going to turn on the stealth mode, which will enable me to get close. Or closer to the edge of their detection range anyway. Cool, back to normal. And then they're like, oh, what's this new contact that's really close to us? We might need to help. Nope, too late. Too late to call for help. In the meantime, these guys have all been repaired, so that's good. We have at least 6 enemy units on the board from the looks of things. It's going to be autonomous turrets. They're dug in. And yeah, it's predicting medium difficulty. I think we'll be fine. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is just check who they're going to be shooting. Seems to be a fair bit on the back row, but also a little bit of interest in my my longbow here. So who's in the back? The Herald. That's not surprising. They do like to shoot up the snipers, and we've got at least one target on the katana here. And 3 enemies, so one of them must be taking multiple shots. Okay, the enemies have a assault rifle and shield, okay, shotgun and shield, and a heavy. Okay, so the heavy seems like our natural target to try and take out, because he's going to be the guy providing the most firepower here. So there's the line, and he's going straight for our katana. Whereas the other guys are just kind of shooting. All right, so that makes sense to bring the longbow up this way. Just maybe a little bit closer here. Maybe at this point there. And because they can't shoot me at that angle and range, we'll instead shoot them about there. Easy, and we might even start this off with a rocket barrage. Cool. Now, in the meantime, the katana is being targeted. So I could make him hide, but I'm not too keen on that. Instead, tell him to run his butt off and just get to the point where he's... Yeah, that works. Or he can potentially get into range and just be useful in the next turn. If he does that, then I'll be pretty happy. I'm not going to collide or anything. That's good. All right, cool. Next up. So they're attacking my railgun. I'm going to make you kind of take a perch here. Take a shot. The first shot should miss him, therefore, and the second shot will miss him. All right, you can just kind of perch up there and snipe at them. So one shot at this guy. Actually, let's get rid of that heavy. We don't want him around no more. Good. And then the Ender is the last one. And he can honestly just stand there. Maybe take out the shotgun guy. Or do some damage there. Because otherwise, when my katana gets in range, that shotgun could potentially do a little bit of hurt there. So we can actually get 3 rocket barrages off in this turn, which is going to be awesome. Okay, execute. Smashed. Look, he crashed. He's going to limp away and then eject. The wuss. Cool. All right. Then the shotgun shield guy is just going to run and stand there like a stunned mullet. Oh, these guys are just going to stand there. That's freaking awesome. Okay. Well, if you feel like doing it that way, then we will oblige, sir. We will oblige by smashing you guys. So we're going to do a thing like that. And then we're going to do another thing like that. So double melee here. And I'm just kind of keen to see what happens here. Like in the meantime, this guy, I don't know, target the turrets or something. Take them out because I think my katana is just going to smash these guys to pieces. Yep, go for you. Maybe about there. All right, cool. And then our sniper is going to do... You know what? That's kind of a really nice shot from our sniper. So I might just do on the back row there. A bit of a ping. Or 2. We'll see how that goes. Okay, let's keep an eye on our katana here. Gonna run up. Those missiles just came in. He smashes these guys apart and axes him as well. 5,000 damage I just saw. Yeah, he crashed and then he's gonna like try and shield. This guy, the pilot is concussed. This guy's lost his legs and most of his limbs. So the pilot is effectively dead. Not dead, but he's knocked out, right? So really good salvage here, right? We don't want to damage that at all. All we want to do is try and concuss this other guy. So I'm going to wait a little bit to get that heat down. I need to do that, unfortunately. And then we're going to smash him again from behind. And apparently that guy is going to shield at that point. I'm going to execute even though we have got other orders. Wait, and then bam. And he's just shielding. Alright, then he's like, oh my god, we've got to run and shoot, man. So we'll do that. Wait a few moments in case he... And then do that again. Alright, this should take him out, I think. Again, I'm not even going to do much with the other units. Because we just smacked him in the back. Yeah, the pilot's down. We just whacked him again for no real reason. Oh, I love it. I think once I got the hang of how that works, then yeah, it's worked out well. Ooh, goodies too. Some blue goodies. That's what we want to see. We also have the ability to workshop charge, which means like a blueprint, basically. But we want the Vulcan. We want the arrow arm as well. That's always kind of interesting to see what it'll come with. The Hell G as well. Increased protection with decreased heat dissipation. Useful for tank builds. Blech. We'll take the torso as well. That's worthwhile. The assault rifle might be worth picking up, and it's undamaged, so that's good. We'll just go with normal salvage on these guys. I'm not sure the shield will be worthwhile, or the arm, to be honest. So we just, again, salvage those guys. Salvage legs. Is there better salvage, actually? No. I mean, yes, there is. Sorry. Hey. The no was a yes. It's how Australians, you know, we just talk like that. We go, yeah, nah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, nah, but yeah. No one knows what it means, including us. Cool. All right, we've picked up some goodies. We've progressed the war front. We're liberating it from the oppressors. And we basically took no damage in that fight. I've become OP. Okay, so soon in the game too. That's not going to help with my speed on this guy. So definitely not the things to attach to my katana. But maybe the protector. The protector's actually got some good. He's got some good stuff on him, man. Generator defensive module. See, this improves everything except for heat dissipation, and even then I'd say that's probably worthwhile. So we're gonna definitely put that upgrade in place. And then we've got another if we put on the arrow, lower integrity. Also lowering heat dissipation. But I kind of like the speed here. Although he is getting up to the point. He's, you know, class 2 is like medium now. I don't want that. He needs to be a heavy. I want him to be a fast heavy. I'm not sure if that's an oxymoron or not, but it would be very useful. Got a Vulcan here. So that's what we just salvaged. The problem is that if you look up the top right hand corner, if I just select that maybe, you can see under action cooldowns around here, then it's like 4 turns worth of heat produced by firing this, which means he's going to take damage every time he fires it, which means it's kind of like a strategic choice whether or not to fire it. And he needs to be outfitted with a lot of heat capacity or dissipation to make that worthwhile. And I just don't see how it's a good trade-off at this point in time to be doing that sort of thing. I would love a better torso for this guy. I mean, the base level is actually quite good for him at the moment, but I don't... Ooh, actually, hang on. Improvement in integrity. Heat dissipation stays the same. He gets a bit of barrier as well as integrity. This is a win. Okay. Cool. And then we have maybe the ability to put something else on him here that would be worthwhile. And no, it doesn't look like... did we pick up a new... Yeah, we did get a new assault rifle. Okay, so there'll be improvement in terms of per second damage on kinetics. It's going to generate a lot more heat. Is the downside. But there'll be less scatter. So more of it's going to hit, and it's going to hit for more damage. Yeah, we're going to put that in place, I think. I mean, again, 5.4 on the Vulcan here. I don't know if I have a mech that can actually fire the Vulcan and have... Like, that's 5. The brass dude can do 4.7, so that's slightly better, but still horrible. There's nothing really that I have that can kind of fire that on a sustained basis, right? And it's no good. I need a torso. I need something that will actually allow us to kind of shoot those types of weapons. At the moment, it's just not really viable. Anyway, let's stop messing with parts until we've taken over the joint. We're back to normal cruise mode, which means we're getting power back up. And I don't want to miss this site if possible. Yeah. We also have an option to take over logging site too. We've kind of got a base. There's a lot of stuff in between us and that patrol. We'll try and like rapidly progress our way there. Use overdrive. Okay, so we're getting there. Can we get to the battle site in time is the question. Progressing 330, that's a fairly high threat ratio as well. Try and afterburn our way there. I think we might just make it, maybe. Oh, there's another patrol here. This could be bad. Yeah, it's an elite patrol as well. I don't think we can save them. Yeah, we're going to lose that battle. Okay, so we have an objective here. That guy, and this thing. So we're going to go for this thing. Everything else is complicated by patrols at the moment. We only took a little bit of a loss there as well with the Home Guard forces. And we're heading towards another battle site here as well. So we'll take out this battle site. And then we'll follow it up with a logging site as well. I haven't done a logging site before. I've done like farms and villages, but not a logging site. So I'm vaguely curious to know what that's going to look like. And there's another battle site that's happened over here again. Okay, cool. Let's suit up. Let's stay with the same crew as well. And deploy. I'm not sure how hard it said it was going to be. I don't really mind. I've found even when it's been hard, it's been relatively easy. Just knowing what your enemies are going to be doing next helps a lot. Like, if you have certainty on that in a turn-based game, then it gives you a huge advantage. Okay. So, once again, we only have a tank on our side. I've never seen anything other, apart from in the tutorial missions, other than, oh, they're firing rockets at our tank. I've got to try and keep this guy alive as the thing. So it's not ideal if they target them. In the meantime, I mean, who sends one lonely tank against like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dudes? I don't care how good this tank is, and it's probably not is a support tank with a cannon, right? I would like to see like more units being provided by like the assisting forces. Okay, so we've got two guys really heading for the tank. We've got a marksman and an MLS, and that's what he's firing in terms of the MLS, I think, and a marksman rifle and a handgun, and that's what he's shooting there. So what we're going to do is straight away do a bit of a shot there. Going to start running our way over here. And what I want to have happen here is that this guy shoots his own friend in the back. when he goes to shoot me. So that's what I'm kind of lining up here. We can do another one of our own rocket attacks. Wait for a few seconds there, and then we'll just continue to help that be lined up. Just because I think that is hilarious. We'll try and make this as grouped together as possible so we can get a maximum amount of barrage out as possible. Straight away, there we go. Alright, so there's going to be a lot of missiles headed downrange for that dude. Enjoy. In the meantime, I'm not sure if this tank is going to be able to survive, to be honest. Indirect fire, like rockets, is really hard for something like a tank to dodge. The other guys can dodge it with movement, but yeah. Okay, so what's happening here? We have one guy shooting at my katana, and then another guy shooting at the katana. So I think the first thing we could do is move him up there. So he's moving up there. Someone takes a shot, and then the other person takes a shot. And it's kind of suppressive fire for most of the term. It's a machine gun. I'm guessing that must be also be a machine gun. Okay, yep. Also wondering, can we do some quick runs across here? So we zoom. And then run up along here, say. Then when this other guy turns to shoot, he's going to shoot his own friend a little bit. Yep. Alright, so from here, shield against him. So he's going to use his shield to block the incoming fire. And then we're all good there. Cool. Now the final shot is from this guy here, which has a machine gun against our railgun dude. Cool. So I feel like this is kind of an easy win to just shoot like that. Pew. Pew. Try and get a third off at him. There we are. Awesome. And in the meantime, no one seems to be paying attention to the regular dude here. So what we're going to do is move him up. And then give a good shooting at this dude. We'll start off with a rocket barrage. Come up, give a shot. Give another shot if we can get 2 off in a row. Yeah, that's good. Cool, execute. Nice shot. Taking light fire from that. Clearly blew off something there. See, they talk about cargo here in security team. It seems to be like the wrong chat generation. Occasionally, I've noticed. It's not a big deal, but it does kind of, I don't know if break the illusion is the right words, because I probably don't have too many illusions about this game, to be honest, but it breaks the something, right? I'm going to say it breaks the something. I'm not sure what that something is, but there is something to break here. Okay, so you're still up, you're still up, you're still up, and you're still up. These guys, in the meantime, the pilot's concussed, and the pilot is deceased. Okay, so he's going to run up and try and shoot me. That's fine. We're just going to kind of wander over here. And then we'll start shooting this guy. Once he comes into range, there we are. While it's being blocked by the hill. group those a little bit closer together if we can. Yeah, okay, we're not gonna overheat. We'll get to the limits, but that's fine. Limits is good. No one's shooting this guy, so that to me sounds like a golden opportunity to cause some havoc. So the first shot I'm gonna send off against him when I can. There, yep. Actually, I'm gonna do a double barrage against him. Yep. All right. Cool. That's 2 down. The tank here can just continue to hide, man. You're important to me. You're important to keep the rebel spirit high, even if their ability to influence combat situations seems somewhat somewhat limited, shall we say. But if this guy is gonna kind of try and run in, I feel like we owe him a shot when he tries it to begin with. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We've got too much heat built up. So we're gonna start running him this way. Run here. Still gonna be an attack that can happen against him. But if I run up here, so he runs up and then jumps. Yeah, he's gonna burn. What has this guy got? He's got a shotgun. That is a bad idea to get close, especially on a light frame. Ah, this might be the way to go. Alright, we just run away this way and then do a kind of a leap over here. And that's going to take up the entire turn. That's fine. Cool. This guy is shooting at our katana dude while moving backwards. Alright, so can we get closer somehow? If I zoop out like that and then do like a swipe, gonna smash him as he goes past, and then tell him to shield against him while approaching him. And then do another smash of this guy. Ignore the melee dude at your peril. Alright, I think that's everyone with some instructions. Kind of sad about this guy not really having much to do. Maybe can we get a shot off at the end here? Some rockets or something. There we go. We blocked by the hill. No point. Alright. I think that was the tank without orders, by the way. Oh, I didn't watch that. That's alright. I say I didn't watch. What I want to do is just watch this guy. Did he get us? Yeah, he concussed the pilot. And his concussed as well. So we have 2 effectively concussed pilots gone down. Their mechs have crashed as well. This unit is crashing, but he's not out yet. Look, our little tank is just so, he's like the little engine that could. He's so keen to be into the fight. So we'll move him. You know what? Do a big yoink and jump sort of thing and then shoot this guy. 1 and then maybe a second time for luck. I don't really care too much about the tanks. They've got less loot. This guy is hightailing it out of here. It's like, oh my god. the demon after me. Get away from me, devil child. Okay, so we're clearly going to run after him. If we run to that point, then jump. Jump a little bit differently. Yeah, that's not going to really work. I want him to be a bit more direct, I think. We'll take the shots. We'll take the shots for the opportunity. So he's going to be shooting at me as I run towards him. As he panics. And then finally we're going to finish that up with a coup de grace and do that. Cool. In the meantime, just make sure that these guys are running into position. To support as need be. And you know what? A little tank over here. He can go over here. And he can... Yeah, you can not get a shot. That's fine. Alright, so we'll just keep an eye on here. This guy's going to turn around, start shooting at the bringer of death here. Oh, he missed! He swiped too fast. You know what? Just smash him. Just smash him, bro. Just want you to swipe everywhere, right? Yeah. The pilot is concussed. That's what we want to see. Big thing about the axes seems to be a lot of like non-lethal takedowns. So I'm preserving a fair bit of stuff here. In particular, I'm preserving things that is reasonably high level and is going to really help with my ability to salvage the maximum here. I mean, reasonably high level. It's high level in conjunction with me. I'm not sure where other streamers have gotten to. But for me, this is, you know, big benefits. Yeah, we'll just kind of salvage up everything we can now. Now we just picked up a couple of blackbirds. So we'll see if that makes a bit of a difference to things. I think it might have been the ender that I was looking at improving here. Does a blackbird help? No, not really. An Elbrus with a BN. It's BN. It's BN. It's good. Really. What about the longbow? You've got a BN attached, so presumably this should be a... What's the difference in reactor though? So this BN has an R7 amplified. So I think that's what I need to put in place to make it worthwhile here. Cool. I reckon I've got an R7 amplified. There we go. So if we now compare them, it's just... Yeah, it still had better power somehow. Which is weird, but okay, sure. That's a thing. Any better legs? Let's make it faster. Not gonna help with heat dissipation at all. What about arms? Arms? How about this dude, right? He's got a Nox attached. Surely we can do better than that. Apparently we can't, not without some trade-offs. Like this is an upgrade to a heavy. Honestly, that's not doing too bad for what it's equipped. We've got a Blackbird here. Slightly less heat dissipation. That'll be unfortunate for this build. He needs to be putting out some damage. It's interesting how some of the lower level things won't necessarily give you what you're after. Like it's not just a straight upgrade on the loot system. It's also nice, you know, it's not just a straight swap. You've got to actually consider what you're doing. All right, I'm just going to wander to my inventory just quickly because I think we now have the ability to just kind of smush any of some of these things in for parts, I think. Right, we've got a whole heap left over. Get rid of this Hornet and the arrow legs. I don't think I'm going to be using them. We'll get the rare parts out of it. These guys I'll stick around in case I do want them for some reason. We'll scrap and detach. That means any special units will stick around, which is always nice. We've got a whole heap of rare parts as well, so maybe we can do a bit of an upgrade to our thingy soon. I'd really like to go for experimental assembly, which means I can build blue level items. But another speed upgrade on the crew speed would be cool as well. Just generally speed up everything. Accelerated repair is possibly quite a good upgrade as well. Okay, we're definitely making progress here in terms of our objectives. Our dudes are getting repaired quite quickly over here as well. There is a patrol nearby waiting to assist these guys, so gotta pay attention here. And I think what I want to do is they're heading away up this way. I'm going to activate stealth and just move in from here. And what it will mean is that these guys will probably be a little bit late in terms of getting in to help their friends. He's going to go with speed at the end. Yeah, so normally if there's going to be enemy units coming in to help them, it'll say on the left-hand side. It is saying this is going to be a hard fight, apparently. But I have my doubts about the authenticity of that, so let's just YOLO and jump on in. I think this will be the last fight for tonight as well. It's 9:41 p.m. in my local time. I'm able to stream a little bit later tonight because I'm not going to be keeping my partner up. She's off elsewhere at the moment. So it's late night streaming for me, but I still have work tomorrow, so that's a thing, right? Cool. All right. So, yep, we're just going to skip past this. Those special mission sort of things. See, I'm yawning as well. Okay, so they're targeting mostly this guy. Assault rifle and MLS. Okay. What are they shooting with? We've got a heavy. We have an incendiary repeater and a handgun. Sort of interesting. I think those are like tracer rounds. So it means that they're good at shooting targets. This is just a shotgun. So that at that range it's going to do bugger all. And then we've got an assault rifle, which is just shooting through the building anyway. So yeah, the world is my oyster here. Basically, I just need this guy to move over slightly. And then nothing's going to shoot him. But in the meantime, he can just use his side weapon, which is really useful, giving them an MLS as a secondary weapon because they still have the ability to just get shots off when they're forced to duck into cover. All right, and we'll leave a little bit here so that he's got some room to maneuver or whatever he needs to do. In the meantime, our axe-wielding psychopath, official name now, I'm going to move him there for a start and then move up. He can do a little bit of a jump if he can. Yep, there we are. Just try and get him in a position. Because... Yep, and then... if I can get him to actually get a swipe here, so... yeah, I'm not sure if it will or not. Might be a little bit far. Now, because the shots are going up against these guys, in particular shotgun shots, I need this guy to be off to the left, and I need to also do that fairly quickly. So I'm going to get him to quickly yoink over there, out of the way of the path of that dude. And then from his yoink, he is going to start spewing out missiles. And his goal is going to be try and take down that heavy as soon as possible. If I can rocket him out of the picture, pun intended, then that will be a good thing. I'm not sure about the incendiary repeater as well. I feel like he might be a problem. Can I get him to jump up there? Is that going to hit any... oh yeah, these guys are going to crash into each other. So if you just go here. Here. Then do a jump. Oh, he'll be able to shoot him. That's unfortunate. What if you do a jump somewhere else? What if you jump there? You're going to hit our dude here. Alright, run in behind. This feels like I'm maybe overcomplicating this. So, first, wait for that dude to go past. Do his kind of hero jump. Fire off some rockets at this thing. Wait till about then. Move up. And then once you're in position, shoot him. And that would be too much heat. All right. Cool. Let's go. Heap of rockets coming out. They're all verging on this guy. And he had a good smashing. So he's going to run off and then eject the... wow, he's weak sauce. Like, he's had an arm blown off. Or maybe it was the one with the weapon. Or maybe he needs two hands to do anything. Okay. This guy is going to run and shield. In the meantime of that. Okay, so... feels like I should be able to then follow that up with another axe movement. And then yet another axe movement. He's just going to do a little axe... oh, maybe I'll wait for a bit. Lets the heat die down and then do another axe parade. So he's just going to do a little bit of an axe dance there. In the meantime, this guy is kind of like, pew, 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 pew. Let's run in real quick. So what are you actually got? You've got your incendiary rounds. So yeah, we're gonna do a dash off the building. There. Nope, nope, don't do the dash. You've got too much heat. Or at least take partial cover. And then you can turn around and shoot rockets at him. Cool. Now this guy apparently is going to try and come in and shoot my sniper. I'm not a fan of that. So I'm going to tell him to run up here, the old sniper. Turn around, take a shot at the guy who's taking Pew Pews. About to do his dash. And do another bit of a run over this direction. And then do another missile barrage. And then that's where you can stop. Oh, pilot got concussed. What happened here? Oh, it shot. Ah, they blew a hole through. And it concussed our pilot. That's no fun. It's kind of cool though. I have to admit. And it also means that, you know, just stationary taking cover is no longer a valid option. Okay. So he's pretty much out of the fight, basically. If he could limp over here, that'd be good. But I don't think he will, because he's concussed. Alright. Let's execute the plan, though. Yeah, we smashed that guy. Axe dancing for the win. Did the other guy just kind of fall off? I've only got one enemy left. Let's watch that. The axe dance deserves a replay. So here we are coming in with the axe dance. I think that first one, even though it doesn't look like it connects, it's sparking like it did. So that was the first outcome. And then he's done another hero shot and smashed him as well. And he's just done like a victory sort of one. A few rockets came in and... Oh, I hurt my own guy, but that's okay. Alright, back to the plan. So, you... Concussed, and we've got pretty much full mechs. I am loving this axe, man. And by axe man, I just meant like axe, comma, man, not axe man. Okay, so we want to kind of run down this way, I think. Oh, he's shooting at me. And then we want to do a bit of a dash. No, we need to run at least up to here. Do a dash over here. And then do another axe. You cannot escape the axe man. Oh, my guy's just fallen over. I suppose a concussion will do that for you. But we'll run down here. What's the optimum range? Yeah. And then we can just shoot him. Pew pew. That's the other thing we could do, is just do a snipe, just to make sure he's kind of a little bit unhappy about life. Cool. Alright. Let's watch this. Those missiles are coming in. I think he's down for the count already. He's already crashed. And destroyed him with the axe at the end. Ah, brutiful. Just brutiful. Okay, we got some uncommon support components and supplies. We're going to salvage this guy. The Nox. Take the arm. We'll take the torso. We'll take the other appendages. We'll take them all. And then we're just going to work on salvaging as many of these components as possible for the war effort. Or rather, so I can build whatever I want to build as opposed to being forced to always just salvage things. So when I get, you know, designs, I'm not kind of stuck not being able to do it. Now we should actually get that one instead of that one. Because it has uncommon components. Oh, okay. Okay, we have a moral conundrum here. You and your squad are celebrating your victory when a man in a boiler suit approaches the base looking sheepish. We can't tell how grateful we are, he says. He clears his throat. Not to trouble you further, but when we were battling, you didn't happen to notice one of our power lines being severed or something, did you? Ain't nobody's got any electricity. Now it's your squad's turn to be embarrassed. One of your pilots turns to you, red-faced. I think that might have been me, actually, he says, turning to you. Mr. Med, a shot? Mr. Med? Mr. Med, a shot. That's a thing. If you give me a few hours, though, I'm pretty sure I could fix it. Okay, so if I ignore it, hope is going to go down. If I provide tools, hope is going to go up. Or it's going to injure my pilots. We're going to provide tools. We're not in the electrical repair business, and we are freaking fighting a war here, man. Look at the big picture. Okay, we've only got 20 left. I really want to finish this province control, so I'm going to keep on keeping on. Right? Ah, there's a battle up here as well. We might be able to just finish it with this battle. Oh, he's coming my way. Run. I mean, we could take him. It'd just be ideal to not have to take him. Keep outside the circle. Just keep on trucking. Alright, we're fully repaired. I could check to see if there were any upgrades. You know what? We're just gonna power on in. They've spotted us. But I don't care. We're just gonna run for this battle and take them out. Okay, so the additional units detected on long-range scans, right? So they're coming from patrols or wherever position. So they can get reinforcements during this battle if I don't take them out quick enough. So we ain't got no time to stuff around in this one. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and go for that. I think we'll be okay. Probably what I should have done is checked that concussed pilot. It probably needs a little bit of a proper recovery as well. So, yeah, that was a mistake there. But that's okay. They'll survive another fight, or they won't. Cool. Okay, so once again, we have a lone tank in support of our own units. I don't mind his positioning, actually. I'm happy with that. But in terms of if you're going to take a shot at anyone, go for this dude. Because his straight-on movement should mean that you're a little bit more accurate. Alright, but they're all pretty much attacking our railgun sniper repeater guy. Yeah, no one likes him. They're like, he's the biggest threat on the board. Oh, that lined up perfectly. If we were there, took a shot. Beautiful. Okay, so what are they shooting him with? He's got a machine gun. Then, yeah, there's a couple of guys shooting these as well. I've got to pay attention. You've got assault rifle and a handgun. You've got a marksman. You're a shotty. You're a machine gun. Okay. So I want some cover for my sniper, and I want it relatively quickly. I think if I drop him down there, that gives me recover from most angles apart from that guy. What's he got? A machine gun. It's a fair way off too. If I just kind of move slightly there, and then it's this guy will get a shot. Is also a machine gun. Yeah. Yoink up here. And then use that to jump across there. And no one's shooting me that way. Okay. In the meantime, once he's bled off a little bit of heat, I think some of it might hit his head or something. I think that's what the dotted lines mean. That there's like last minute blocks and it might still have an impact. So I'll just move him there. Okay. No. Just want to move him back so he's got the opportunity to turn around and shoot back, basically. Now I can see that guy in the middle of the screen. I just pointed literally at it, which is stupid of me, knowing that no one can actually see me what I point at. This guy's got an MLS, as well as the marksman rifle, so we don't want that too much. In fact, he's the one shooting it. Yeah, so we've got a few more shots coming in from other people. It takes care of a bulk of it, but still not all of it. All right. So we're going to start off with a rocket barrage at our MLS guy. From, what is it? It's our longbow. Cool. So he can rocketeer as well as shoot, but he's not going to have a second shot against him. So what I'm thinking is that he walks in here, then takes the opportunity to really take a good whack at this machine gun guy. Maybe switch targets even. Tank. So we're in optimal range. I will be blocked though. Yeah, maybe I'll move him down here. Takes a second MLS shot. And then as he gets into optimum, about there. You can start machine assault rifling him. Okay, cool. 2 set up. And then we've got this guy. That's where the tank is not gonna get his proper shot. That's probably a better shot for him because it will at least have an opportunity to hit. So this looks like the old classic. Get into here and then ambush him. So wait for a bit until they've stopped shooting at you. walk out, and then axe him. Smash. Okay, Hulk smash. Then this guy's not getting any shots against him. Cool. Alright, so he's got free reign to act. Can't take an immediate shot, but if we move him down there, then he can start barraging. I want him to start. If I do it against that, then that'll probably guarantee a takeout of him. Cool. Alright, we've layered up our attacks, and then we can hit the execute button. Let's see if this axe does it. Yep. We got a good shot there. That is a concussion kill. Alright, so we're just going to replay things. So next up, let's see what our tank actually did. Kind of curious. He gets there, points it in the right direction. We get a pew. And we got a solid shot off there. That's not bad, actually. It's a lot better than I thought. Alright. In terms of our rockets, they're going to start impacting about all at once. Looked like he stumbled at the end there. Go back to the plan. He's still in the fight. He's a tough little guy. He's going to do some running. Going to shoot with his marksman rifle, which fortunately is not going to do too much against this guy. And it doesn't look... Yeah, that tank is attacking, but that's about it. So, in order to counter that, that tank has a shotgun. So we want to maintain a bit of distance here. And we also want to maintain some movement. So if I move him over here, and then set up a shot against this guy, then I think we'll be pretty good. Excellent. In the meantime, he has a machine gun. My thoughts is that as soon as he gets in range, we shoot him. We'll let him run into position, take our shot, and then just wander out of position, and then there's another shot incoming there. By wander into position, we go here instead, just a tad. No. Yeah, there's a couple of other incoming shots. They're learning. So our other option is to do a very fast jump across here, or maybe not so fast. Yeah, okay, we can just wander over there, and then those other shots won't be a problem. Alright, I'm going to do that. I prefer that to taking damage. And then if I can do some shots in the meantime. Yeah, that's going to destroy my own cover. Ah, but I can go across here because... Yeah, that'll be fine, because it's going to be blocked by the hill. And then you can... Actually, he has sort of awesome weapon where it's going to pierce through the hill to some extent. So that's worth taking a couple of shots there. He's also being supported by fire from this guy. In the meantime, Axie Shieldy guy. He has a couple of targets of opportunity. First, it's this guy who's going to turn and run up this way. So that to me just says we kind of wait for him. for a bit. Maybe tool about there. And then take the axe win. So shump. Maybe we wait a little bit less time. We get to about there. And we do an axe swipe. That sounded a little bit like something else being wiped, but that was not the intention, I swear. And then we do a second one to go against that guy. Okay. Next up is our MLS guy. He's being shot at a little bit, so I'm going to just tell him to run it off. While he's running that off, he can start shooting, I think, at this one, who's just staying out of the line of fire. Yeah. So we want some barrages coming in on him, just try and take him out. The tank, we don't want moving too much. But I'm almost thinking that we move him around here instead. And then once he's in position, he can take a swipe at the enemy tank. We have a number of turns. We've got a long number of turns until enemy reinforcements come in. So we're doing all right so far. All right. So it looks like this guy won't even make the axe swipe. Oh, those missiles might actually cause a problem for my own dude there. So let's just replay that again. Yeah, that missile barrage came in and just finished him off. Either he's permanently dead or... I thought I'd aim that barrage at the other one, but maybe I misclicked. Yeah, the pilot's concussed. He's gone. This guy has crashed for a bit, and then he's going to run up and do some stuff. So with our remaining heat, we're going to wait for a little bit to try and dissipate that off. And then we're going to run in and do another chomp. And then another chomp back to try and finish off him. I'm going to take the heat hit because I think it's going to be worthwhile. Next up on his pilot is deceased. This tank is trying to come in with a couple of shoddy shots. Our tank is just doing stupid stuff and should stay where it is. In fact, it can just move back a little bit and then take another shot there at the enemy tank. Our dude here really should just keep away from the enemy tank as much as possible. So we'll run back. And then across. Got a cat staring at my face at the moment saying, "It's bedtime, human. I've been waiting for quite some time now. And this is your job, and you're not doing your job." Yeah, we'll take cover behind there. I'm hoping that axe guy is gonna take out our problem child here. And then in terms of our enemy tank here, I'm just gonna MLS it to death. So we'll send in a rocket here. And then maybe another rocket here. This guy is just going to stand and deliver. I mean, he can run around and deliver rockets, but I don't see the point when there's not a need to. And that should really determine the fate of everyone that's left on the field. Alright, let's just go for that. We get a swipe off of that guy. We get another swipe there. Oh, right in the back, man. That's just unfair. And victory. Okay, fantastic. Hopefully that's won us the war. I'm hoping so. But there's some rarities in here, so it was definitely... Ooh, blackbird. Rare blackbirds. We'll just recover those. Or salvage them, sorry. Salvage was the right term. I feel like melee definitely has a huge advantage in terms of just the amount of materials that you can recover and salvage at the end of it is massive by comparison. Okay, that works for me. Got all the rare stuff. That's the most important thing. All right, yeah. So this is where I'm going to have to leave it. I will export to YouTube. I think it's been a good run where we haven't quite finished the war. I'm sorry. I'm just I'm out of time. I need some sleep. And yeah, we're going to have a patrol come in and try and take us on. But we've still got 4 fully operational or mostly operational units that we can deal with that. And then we can go take another objective, whether or not that's a convoy or one of these bases here. But that's Phantom Brigade. I really, really like this game. I'd highly recommend anyone considering picking it up. That hey, even though it's in early access, it's worth $1. I'm keen to see what's coming next with this one. I'm keen to see it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's stream. My name is Pooks, and I will hopefully see you in the next stream or episode if you're watching later on YouTube. Bye now.